All right, Shalom. I say call Allah, Wahawala, which is all praise and glory in Hebrew to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kadash, Jamal Sabas, Il's great millstone. Bless God, the elect, a few sisters and his life owners. That's welcome to the Lord's truth. My name is Kamavi from GMS Cleveland Branch, coming in from another lesson video. All right, and again, this is going to be on, the things that we're dealing with, all right, in this present time, okay, which is the breaking down of Esau's kingdom, okay, and the Lord is tearing this place up. He's destroying this place from the inside out, all right, and the Lord said, by the shaking of his hand, shall Egypt be moved, roughly paraphrasing it, all right. The Lord got his eyes set on this place for evil, and that's what's happening right now. Okay, that's what's happening right now. We're living in some disastrous, tragic times. All right, but also in a time of Jacob's deliverance, man. Okay, the elect. That is the elect's deliverance. All right, but all we're doing is watching. We're in the last parts of the movie. All right, we sitting back and watching this place. Be demolished by the Heavenly Father. All right. But I'm going to play this video from Snyder Report and hit the scriptures. All right.
Right now, we are seeing hundreds or thousands of stores. These are both retailers and fast food chains are shutting down. Restaurants cannot bring in enough customers to keep the lights on, and retailers can't charge enough to sell their products. What's happening right now is something that we've seen in the past in certain industries, but now it's hitting everybody at once, all because gas prices are continuing to rise. Now, I'm going to break this down, explain what stores are closing down, some of which may be some of your favorites, and well, they're going to be gone forever. I want to show you something. Look at this. It says Pizza Hut is closing 250 U.S. stores as the parent company considers selling the brand. Okay. Pizza Hut has been around for a very long time. Why is Pizza Hut struggling? Do people not have pizza? Do we not eat pizza throughout the week? Well, here's the real reason. Pizza Hut is seen as a luxury. Pizza Hut is now an expensive pizza. It's not Domino's, which you can get Domino's for like $6.99 for a medium pizza. It's not something like Little Caesars where you can get hot and ready pizza for under $6 to $7. It's not that. That is the affordable pizza. But spending $15 to $25 on one pizza is not considered affordable. Pizza Hut is changing. We're already seeing Pizza Hut is changing their menu as well. But they're not the only ones. Look at this one. It says Wendy's will continue closing hundreds of stores through mid-2026. Now, we learned about this over a month ago that Wendy's is considering shutting down like 150 locations. But what Wendy's is doing is something different. There's multiple Wendy's in certain cities where, let's say, for instance, Seattle, Washington, or Bellevue, for instance. I can go drive to one Wendy's, in downtown Bellevue, just right behind Bellevue Square, and I can go to another one just, several miles away. So do we need those two right here in Bellevue? Well, the answer may be no. Now, I'm pretty sure both of these are staying open because they're very popular, but keep this in mind. In certain cities, they don't need two Wendy's. They may not need two McDonald's. They may not need two Taco Bells. Okay? So what these companies are trying to do is consolidate. That's what they're trying to do. Consolidate their company and maybe sell the other store. But again, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Look at this one right here. It says it's bye-bye to Arby's restaurants after iconic American diner quietly confirmed shutdowns and doors are already closed. We learned about this in January. Guess what has happened? We're seeing stores shut down. Okay? I've talked to many people and asked, what are you seeing in your area? What are you seeing in your city? And some of them are saying the exact same things. Well, we used to have an Arby's restaurant. It shut down. We used to have Wendy's right next to my house. It closed down. Or, well, I used to go to 7-Eleven every Friday to get a Slurpee, but it shut down. So now I don't go there anymore. This is the problem. Okay? We are seeing everything change at once. Look at this. It says more than 1,400 stores are set to close across the U.S. in 2026. Eddie Bauer is another store that I used to like going to. They were expensive. I used to like going there because especially for winter clothes, Eddie Bauer items were extremely warm. They're durable, they were warm, they look nice, and so I go to Eddie Bauer. They're shutting down. They are closing their store for good in the US and Canada. Okay? They are done. I want to show you something else. Look at this one right here. It says end of the line for 75 Dollar Tree stores as 2026 shutdowns confirmed. This is something we've been hearing about for some time, that people are getting frustrated with the dollar store, with Dollar Tree, because they're going in expecting to pay $1 or maybe a little bit more. But I've had people write to me saying that it's insane that they are being asked to pay $10, $11, $12 for an item at the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree, everything was supposed to be $1. But guess what? As prices rose, as we saw additional inflation, the Dollar Tree, their business model, that broke. Their business model doesn't work because then, as we see additional inflation, that means they have to have less quality items. Everything has to become cheaper. So instead of getting a pack of plates that have, let's say, 50 plates in it, little paper plates, guess what? If they want to sell that pack for $1, it might only hold like 10. or 15 plates. That's where we're at. And instead of selling a pack of Tylenol or something like that, or Advil, which has maybe 25 pills in it, this one might only have 10. So does it make sense to sell items like that? Based off what we've heard from the Dollar Tree, the answer is no. And so they didn't do it. Instead, they're selling the same products, but they're raising prices. That's why we're seeing people are actually becoming upset with what they're doing. But I want to show you something else. Because again, we're seeing stores like Dollar Tree, we're seeing stores like Eddie Bauer, they're closing. There's another one that's closing. They're closing 180 stores. And I'm not talking about Macy's. Macy's is actually doing something right. Macy's is shutting stores, but they're actually making their stores smaller. Okay? They're compressing their inventory. By doing so, they're having a smaller footprint. They can sell just as much stuff. They get less staff, so they're saving money on expenses there. But in the end, they're still selling. That's the key. Look at this one though. It says a popular women's retailer, Torrid, is closing 180 stores. It says the plus-size apparel market projected to hit $37.4 billion by 2033. But growth is happening online, not in malls. Here's what I find very interesting, okay? One of the people I was talking to recently, they are selling kind of luxury goods, but one of the things that they said is when they sell luxury goods, it's better to go into stores. And what they told me kind of blew my mind. They said the stores that are catering to the perfect figure, the model type, right? There's more people out there with the size 4 to 8 frame, whatever. What she was saying was that if you are trying to cater to plus size women, the problem is most plus size women do not want to be inside of a store. They would rather order it online. They ship it to you. If it fits, they keep it. If it doesn't, they send it right back. They do not want to go and walk around a mall and look at clothes because some say they feel judged. Okay, so the fact that Torrid, who's a plus-size apparel company, that they're shutting down 180 stores, that's interesting, especially when the market is projected to hit $37.4 billion for plus-size apparel by 2033. That's pretty substantial, okay? But I want to show you something else. We are going to see stores shut down. And as the stores shut down, that means you have to buy more of your items online. I was talking to a friend of mine just recently. He was looking for basketball shoes for his kid. His kid wears a size 16, okay? Size 16. He's not an old person either. I think his son's like 16, 17 years old, okay? Maybe 18. But he's looking for a size 16 shoe. Can't find it anywhere. He has to order it online. But that's where we're at. It's not just the custom specialized items. Not anymore. Now it's almost everything. You'll find it online, but you probably won't find it in a store. I recently purchased something just the other day, and I couldn't find it anywhere in a store. I couldn't find it. And so I looked, and there it was on Amazon. Amazon has a turn, and we're gonna see a major shift likely until sometime in 2027. That's almost a year away. So here's what I can tell you. If you are currently working for one of these companies that are projected to lay off employees, they are saying they're going to shut down stores. My advice to you, and this is something I've learned from many people, is you do not look for a job when you don't have one. You get a job.
I mean, you get the point. Those man is a video. That was yeah. Okay. Things are taking a turn for the worse, man. Okay. And people have lost confidence. All right, in this place, Babylon, man. All right. They are in a depressed state. All right, and all hope is lost, man. Okay. People have a pissed off look on their face. You know what I'm saying? As when you go out and about, man. All right. Their pockets getting hit hard, man. Okay, throughout this whole war and stuff like that, and then going some years back, man. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just things have intensified where people on edge. All right, as this place begins to fade away, man. Okay. Yeah, people they gonna lose their shit, man. All right, they're gonna be in an uproar, and they can't see their way out of this. Okay, get the scripture. It's Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, "Remember now that I created the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, when the sun or the moon, or when the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain." Verse 3 says, "And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble." All right, the keepers of the house, and this verse represents all the people. Okay, they're like economic experts. Okay, they like overseers. All right, as far as how the economy runs and stuff like that, they these CEOs and all that stuff like that, they that own all these Fortune 500 companies and stuff. They're the keepers of the house, man. Okay, because they manage all the the numbers and you know the the companies where what things whether things to see where things are going to go good or go bad, man. All right, as in the strong man shall bow themselves. All right, the military man, they be the strong man, right? And they bow themselves right now through the war with Iran. And I mean, I want to want to fight in this war with Iran. Okay, the U.S. Army and the grinders shall cease because they are few. And the grinders is talking about the workers, man. Everybody that got a job, whether it be from fucking. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just quote it. That's Isaiah, the 19th chapter, which says there should be no work for Egypt too. Okay. Yeah, so people are facing the bear the brunt of these staggering blows to the economy. All right. It says it shall cease because there are few, right? There are few jobs, good jobs, many, and those that look out the window will be darkened. Windows be darkened, right? People see they're not gonna be able to get ahead, and this day's world that we live in, that is too expensive to live. That's what they say. And the doors shall be shut in the streets. Then we just hear in their own video the Snyder report. All these stores are closing, these franchise stores. Okay. When the sound of the grind is low, right? No working. And he shall rise up at the voice of a bird, and all the daughters of beauty shall. Yeah, the point is, he shall raise up the last part. The grind is low, and he shall raise up the voice of the bird. Right? People ain't gonna be able to get up early to go to work, to do work, because there ain't gonna be no jobs. Yeah, both said, you be honest, it's gonna be enforced from all this unemployment. All right. So that's what we're encountering. Okay. That's what we're encountering, man. All right. This place is about to erupt, man. Okay. Let me see. Damn, what was that? No. Was it just that one? Thought I had another one. But yeah, that was, y'all get the point. This bitch Babylon is finally about to get hers. Okay. And the men of the Lord has been prophesied so our apostles and elders, they're the apostle GMS elders. Okay, they've been speaking about it, and then especially when the torch got passed down to the leaders of GMS, the heads of GMS, they definitely been going in at it again, going in on it as the Lord increases them in the breakdowns, the scriptures. Okay, they've been talking about these things, and now they're here. Now they're here, and you have no more scoffers talking shit no more, because they see everything that the apostle of GMS has been speaking on has come to pass, and we just living in them. Okay. So yeah, man. All right, people are scared. All right, and people are and this this wishful state that things will somehow, or they will somehow be better, but newsflash, there ain't, man. This is the end of this place. Okay. And this is the end of our suffering for as the nation Israel is concerned. All right. And when we get in power, the world is not going to be like this, man. Okay. And when we get in power, everything is gonna rejoice. The Lord's creation itself, all the nations are gonna rejoice when we get in power. All right, because it's this devil. He's the cause of all this, man. Okay, this fucking cancer that is making the earth sickly, man. All right, the Lord's about to get rid of this cancer and make the earth whole again through his sons, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, and his number one son that comes out of Israel. All right, starting with his number one son, Yahushua. This place is about to get back in order. All right, and there ain't gonna be no more of this foolishness.
And then you look for a different.
Yeah, with that, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Shem, Shah, Devon's Pastor, Elder Great Mission. Let's go. Like, Fuses, Israel, Shalom.